Hey guys, Paul here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I have the latest version of the rear entertainment display for Tesla Model Y and Model 3 to share with you. This is 7.5 inch rear entertainment display with bigger air vent for better airflow for the rear passenger. Also faster processor compared to the previous display. So in today's video, I'll show you what comes in the box and then step-by-step installation. After that, I'll show you how this display will look in my 2023 Tesla Model Y, and then we'll go through all the functions what this display can do. Now let's go. Let's see what comes in the box of this 7.5 inch rear entertainment display for Tesla Model Y. And here what came in the box. Let's take a closer look. Let's go through the cables real quick first. So this is the main wire harness that will connect the display to your car. And this is another wire harness that will connect your display to this bottom part of the display, which includes the speaker and USB port, and this is the new air vent. This is much bigger than the previous 7.2 inch display air vent. So this display a little bit different in assembly wise because the 7.2 display is a lot easier to assemble, or just plug it in your car, but this one's a little bit more complicated. And these are two wires for the seat control. So one for the passenger seat, one for the front driver seat. So both are the front seats control. And this is the controller box and all the screws that you need. This is the spare for the air vent for the older car with the regular USB, because the newer car would come with the USB-C port right here. The older car will come with the USB-A port. And this is the display housing, and this is the actual display itself with the processor in the back of the display. And it has 64 gigabyte for the memory, plus 6 gigs of RAM. So this is quite fast. I believe this is faster than the previous 7.2 display. We'll see how fast it is. And this is the new air vent, which this will go inside of the air vent, which help direct the air from the main air vent to this air vent right here. Alright, we saw everything that came in the box. Now let's go and install it in my Tesla Model Y. I got this new rear entertainment display from Handshow or edgeautopart.com. Make sure you select the right unit for your car. So if you have the long range, Model Y long range or performance, select this one. But if you have a Model Y standard range, all-wheel drive, built-in Austin, make sure you select the one on the bottom. So if you are interested, you can use my special discount code DAD for extra 15% off. Now let's go and install it in my Tesla Model Y. Okay, first step, we have to remove rear passenger air vent first. So there's no screw attached to this. There are clips inside, so basically just grip on this part right here and then pull it just like that, gently. Don't pull it too hard, because there's the cable here and the plug that we have to remove. Then you just need to remove these plug out. There's a little clip here, just pull it and then remove it. Okay, next step, we have to remove that panel on the bottom right there. You might need a little bit of help with the trim removal tools. I got these from Amazon.com. Came in really handy with different projects, so I'll put the link in the description down below. Now let's remove that panel out. Okay, just use the trim removal tools, plug it in, and again, there's no screws here, just basically clips there. So one is pop open, it's really easy to pop the whole thing out. There you go. Later we are going to access this MCU. This is the plug that connects to the main MCU in the front. Alright, now let's remove the middle panel right here. So you will need a T20 T-screws right here. Let me show you real quick. So these two are T20, so just remove using T20 screw. As you can see here, the clips, and then clips here. So 4 clips and then 2 screws to remove this big middle part right here. The next step before we can assemble the middle part of the new display, we have to take USB-C ports from the original air vents first. So before we get to the USB-C ports, we have to remove old air vent right here, the original air vent attached to the back first. So there are 2 T20 screws, so you use T20 key to unscrew this first. Now you should be able to remove the air vents to access to the USB-C ports. Okay, so the air vent came out. There are locking clips on the side here, These are easy to remove. There are hiding clips, however, on the inside, right here and here. So you should use a flathead screwdriver and press to unlock these clips. As you can see right there on the inside, these 1, 2, 3, 4 clips here. Now you have access to the USB-C port. So you just unscrew these 2. Okay, so the one for the USB ports are T10, smaller one. So just unscrew these. Alright, now you should be able to just remove it out. Now we just insert the same one onto the handle middle part. This is the biggest part. Make sure see your USB port come out that way. And after that, this screw should align, and then just use the same screws again and just screw it back in. So the USB port part is done. Okay, so next step we have to install the new air vent for the display. So just place it in where it's supposed to go in before, and then this clip right here on both sides supposed to go in here and here. Before we place it in, let me show you real quick where it's supposed to go in. So you go in like that and then lock it in, but you have to unscrew this first. This screw right here, unscrew this so we can screw this in when it's locked in place. Because this will hold up the actual display, because that's a little heavy, so it needs this bracket right here to help holding it. So we will have to unscrew that one first. That would be a T20, so the same one as the one that we just removed from the bottom, basically. So T20 on this, just unscrew. Now we can place in that new air vent to help redirect the air to the new display. So just lock this one, push in the clip like so. This one too on this side, same thing. Now this top part should lock in place, so use the same screw that we took out with the T20 key and just screw it in. Okay, so before we install this middle part right here, we have to connect this cable first. So this basically connects to the actual display in the back right here. So to connect this one to this one here, so this will output and the speakers and also data port. So just plug it in, lock in place. Now do not plug into the display yet. So this will plug into this display after we're done installing this. Now let's go install this one. Okay, first step before we install this middle panel right here with the air vent, this one. You have to connect back that power plug that we unplugged from the USB port for original from the original air vent here, so we can get power through here. So we'll just plug this onto show you this one right here. It's easier this way. Basically this one right here. So plug that in. Okay, so that's in. Make sure this cable come up, because this will, we have to connect to the display, and this little cable too, this will have to come up. And what, let me tape this little plug so it doesn't get lost in there. As you can see there, I just used the masking tape to tape that little small cable up there so it doesn't get lost or drop down. So when I have to connect to the display, it's easier to find. So now just remove, let me leave this a little bit here, the adhesive here. This will help stick to the air vent. Now we have to attach back here. So you will need to use these 2 screws that came with the package. They're all the same size anyways. So prepare 2 after we install. Before we put this panel in, let's install this wire harness first. This is the main wire harness that you connect to the car to get all the information from the car and be able to control some of the climate and audio control from the car. So just install this one first. Before that, you have to turn off the car. So just go to safety, turn the car off. There. Now we can undo the plug. So just undo this blue plug right here, and then just insert the one from hand show and another one from hand show to the car. So this basically taking information from the car to the display. So next, just connect this white plug to the controller box that came in the package. There you go. So now we're gonna have to hide the controller box in this big panel right here, and then this one, all of this wire up here when we install this middle panel. I just basically use the double-sided tape and then just stick the controller box there so it doesn't move around, and then now run all the wires. Now we should be able to install the middle part. We don't really need the display just yet. Okay, so I forgot to mention, just leave these 2 wires right here. It's 2 small ones. These are for the seat control, so leave it down here instead of going up, and then everything else should go up to connect to the display. Alright, so got everything back in place. Now we just have to screw it back in. Okay, now use a small screw that came with the package and screw on this and this. So this will secure the air vent right here. So it's just regular screw. Right, as you can see, I screwed it down, both of them. Now pretty much doesn't go anywhere. Now let's install the seat control. This is the optional part. You don't have to install if you don't want a seat control. There are 2 different wires here, one for the passenger and one for the driver. So the passenger side is I believe the one with 2 wires, black and red, and the one for the driver side, a single wire plug, this one. So remember, I left this 2 wiring down. So I'll show you how to connect to the passenger seat, and the driver seat is basically the same. So the passenger seat is to control, so the rear passenger can control, move the passenger seat front and back, and also reclining function up and down. But I believe the driver's seat is a massage function, but they use the lumbar massage function. But your car have to have the lumbar. Let me see if my car has it. Yeah, so your car have to have this lumbar function right here. So it will use this to simulate the massage, I believe. Let me show you how to install that on the passenger seat. You have to remove one of the screw right in the bottom of the seat. Just one screw. Let me show you. So here's that screw right there. You will need a T20 just right here below the seat, just right that location. So easiest way to remove is to use a small wrench and T20. Okay, so the screw just came out. And then you should be able to just pull it out. After you pull it out, all you need is to gain the access right here, so you don't have to pull it out all the way. Just pop the front part out. Okay, after you have the access to the seat control, just thread the wire to the bottom of the seat right there. As you can see, just go underneath there, and then now, so just pull out the old one, and then you plug the pass-through back in. Let me show you. So just plug this pass-through back into the seat control port right here. So plug the pass-through in the seat control port, and then you plug in the original seat control plug from the car into the pass-through port right here. Okay, now the seat control, it's done. Just put it back in and then screw it back. After that, I just ran the cable, that seat control cable, underneath the passenger seat, and then pretty much come out here, and now we just have to connect these two together like so. Okay, so the passenger seat is done, but I don't think I would be able to access the driver's seat, as the screw that removed this panel right here to access the plug in here, the control in here. It's really hard to get to. It's blocked by this black bar, and that screw is right there. Not sure you can see right there. As you can see, it's really hard to access, so I'm not gonna do that in this video. We're just gonna connect to the front passenger control only. Now let's install the display. So to install the display, you will need all the screws that came in the package, and then access to this plug, this one, and that little one right there that I tape it in. So we have to plug it in first. So I plug in that small one, this one right here, and the one in the back of the display. As you can see, the display, it's operating right now. Now we have to install the display, mounting it basically on here. Okay, so just hide all the cable in the back, and then just place the display. As you can see, there's a clip on the top, 2 clips. Just push it in, and then this will go here. So we'll have to screw in here, here, and here to lock the display, mount the display in place. So the top part is almost done. Now we just have to put the frame or the cover on. Okay, now let's put the cover on in place. So this 3 clip will goes into this 3 hole right here, and one on the top, which is this one. So this doesn't have any weight at all, basically just to cover up the display, the frame. Just push it in. Pretty much done. Boom, super clean. Now we just have to cover up the bottom part. Now just put the panel back in. That's it. We're pretty much done with the installation. Now the installation is done. Let me show you how this rear entertainment display looks in my 2023 Tesla Model Y. this newest, latest version of the rear entertainment display. Looks really good in my Tesla Model Y. Let's have a look at the features on the exterior of the display first. So this is 7.5 inches display. This is probably the biggest display so far compared to the previous one, 7.2. After this video, I'll make another video comparing this display to the 7.2, the previous generation display, side by side. How much faster is this one? Let's check out the air vent. So this is bigger than the 7.2 for sure. See, so much bigger air vent, but it's still smaller than the stock OEM air vent. But now you're able to manually control the direction of the air vent, as you can see here, just like the OEM version. And you have the USB-C ports to charge your devices in the back here, just like the stock one. Alright, now let's go through the basic setting real quick. So this is the main display, main screen. This is all the climate control. You can control the climate up and down from the back here. This is connecting to the driver's side climate control, because the Model 3 and Model Y only has two area climate control, only driver and passenger. So whatever you set in the rear here or the driver set will be controlling both driver and the rear passenger, and the front passenger will have its own climate control. And you cannot control on or off until you turn on the main climate. Let me show you. Let's turn on the main climate right here. So now it's on. The AC, it's coming out right now. So now I can now I'm able to control on off function from the back here. So now the rear climate is off, but the main climate is still on, and I can turn it back on from here, so the AC is back on. I can also control the fan speed from back here. So the fan speed on the top still 1. You can see it's not that much, but then we can control the fan speed back here. Now it's 6, so it's a lot more more air coming out back here than the top there. So at least you can control the fan speed. So if you want a lot more air back here but not too much in the front, you know, sometimes because the air vent is directly to the front passenger, but the air vents here you have to share with 2 or more passengers in the back, so you can control the fan speed from the back here, which is really awesome. So next one is the seat control. So all the heated seat in the back you can control from back here, but you only able to control when the main climate control is on. As you can see here, I have it on. Test it. I'm sitting on the seat right here, so the heat, it's heating up right now, which is awesome. So you can select between level 1 to level 3, or you can turn all on and all off with this one click off, this one. So it's gonna be off. But if I turn off the main climate control in the front, let me show you. Now I cannot turn on the heated seat in the back, so the main climate control need to be on to be able to turn on the heated seat in the back here. But the previous 7.2, you're able to control and turn on the heated seat without the main climate being on. So this is the rear seat, the front passenger seat control, as you can see here. So I should be able to control to move the front passenger seat, front and back, as you can see, and then the reclining function, up and down. So this down all the way, up all the way. So this way if you have the rear passenger sitting, like let's say my daughter sitting here, no one sitting in the front, but she wants more leg room, she can just use this control to get more leg room from here without me being have to park the car, go around, or park the car and try to reach over on that side to control the front passenger seat. And this she can control anytime she wants, which is really awesome. Alright, next is an audio controlling function here. So in the back here, you can only control play and pause, and the volume, as you can see, up, 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 up. I'm controlling from here, down, 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 down. Let me show you play and pause again. You can hear it. So you can skip, pause, you can skip again. You can lower the volume. So it's just basic audio control. So next is this. So this is, you can actually load the songs by USB port down here. Let me show you. So there's a USB port down here, right here, and then copy the songs and audio and videos to this display. This one has 64 gigabytes internal storage, so you can download or copy the songs from flash drive and you can play it from here. So this is playing through the internal speaker. As I mentioned before, there's this internal speaker right here, so it can output the sound from internal speaker to the car speaker or a Bluetooth headphone. So there are 3 different ways you can do it, which is pretty awesome, because some application, if you connect the audio output to the car, it will delays, like most of the videos application. If you output to the car, it will delay. I'm not sure about this display, we'll test it out later. And this is all the entertainment, with the application. You can do Netflix. Here I just already signed in. It's just output to the car, to its own speaker, as you can hear. Really fast. It loads really fast. I thought the 7.2 already faster than the previous one. This one even faster than 7.2, and you can go to YouTube and then watch the videos. So this is all from internal speaker. We will test the sound audio from the car too. It's not bad, not super loud. It rarely has any bass. It doesn't have any bass at all. But you still can use it. Okay, so next, let's go home and then go through the settings. So this is the main setting menu. When you press right here, which is apps, and then you go to a setting, language, the theme, and everything else right here, time, the temperature units, the systems. So all the setting will goes to this part, which is apps. And you can also download more apps via Google Play Store. You can download many apps as you want. You have 64 gigabyte of memory, so you can download games and all kind of stuff on this display. You can do Prime videos, you can do, I think, HBO Go, Prime Music, and a lot more stuff. Pandora, TikTok, you name it. And this is the volume control right here. Yeah, that's all the basic information. This is always back and then home, and this where you turn off the display. So if you don't want the brightness here in the back, someone try to sleep while you drive the car at night, you can always turn that off and just touch it and then it will go back up. Next, this display also has both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So I have iPhones. I use the Apple CarPlay, which is Z-Link 5 right here, and if you have Android Auto, you just use the AutoCast. So that, and it's connect to my phone right away, so you can use all the app that is compatible with CarPlay back here. So it's an awesome extra function. Yeah, really cool. Now let's try to connect. We can go to Android setting, and then now you can try to connect. This one also has a Wi-Fi, so you can either connect to your home Wi-Fi or you can connect to your phone. So when you are on the go driving, you can connect to your phone Wi-Fi hotspot, so it can be used while you drive, and the rear passenger can watch anything they want using your the Wi-Fi from your phone, and you can connect to devices. So let's pair a new device. You can go to your car and then go to sources, Bluetooth, connect the new phone, start searching. It's for the CarPlay, so let's try that one. Now it should be connected soon. Let's see, pair right here. Now it should be paired, so it's connecting. It's allowed. Now it's active. So let's try to play something from here. I'm just gonna play that default music. You can hear, this is from the car right now. Now let's try to play YouTube video. Okay, now let's see if the car audio, the car speaker connecting to this display will be delayed or not. Let's see. The fiber dashboard and door trims replacement for Tesla
it is still
Model
delayed
3 to share with you. These are really high quality door trims and
it's like a second
dashboard
delay
replacement from
I think with any rear display, the best way is to use the internal speaker or a Bluetooth headphone. So let's talk about Bluetooth headphone. Let me connect this display to the Bluetooth headphone. So the same way, we go back home and then go to menu setting, go to Android setting, cancel Android setting, and then go to connected device and then pair new device. So I just need to turn on my Bluetooth headphone. Okay, so it's popped up right now, so just select that, it's pairing. So pair. Okay, now it's connected. As you can see, this one, it's active and it's connected. Now let me try to watch something real quick. Yep, I'm listening to the headphone right now, and it's not delayed at all. I'm not sure you can hear it.
Simple and easy to install, and I'll show you the overall look how these look in my Tesla Model 3. Now let's go.
Okay, cool. So not delaying on the Bluetooth headphone. I think the best sound you can get is from the Bluetooth headphones. Okay, now let's try to connect the display with Bluetooth controller here. So let's go to connected devices again, and now I'm just gonna turn on the Bluetooth controller. So it pops out right now. This is one. So Xbox wireless controller, so it's recognized as a Xbox wireless controller. Just select, pair. That's it. It should be active. As you can see, I can control using the thumbstick. Okay, so let's see if I can connect both the game controller and the Bluetooth, so both Bluetooth controller and the headphone at the same time. I'm gonna go play the game. as you can hear. This is the Bluetooth headphone. I just put it on the microphone. It's working. And this is the controller. So I can play. So you can control it left, right. Pretty awesome. And the sound will still come out from the headphone, which is pretty cool. Alright, so now we know this display can connect to both the game controller, Bluetooth game controller, and the Bluetooth headphones at the same time. Or it could do the external speaker or internal speaker and the game controller at the same time too. Okay, one more thing I almost forgot to mention. Since it has the internal memory in this display, I'm in Amazon Prime right now. You can also download the episode from Amazon Prime or any streaming service that has option to download your episodes or movies into your device like this.
I'm Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George.
Yeah, I think this is really awesome display. Let me stop here. Really awesome rear entertainment display. Probably the most completed rear entertainment display I have tested so far. Probably the fastest, but again, like I mentioned before, I will test this we'll compare this one against the previous 7.2 inch rear entertainment display with a smaller advent, of course. So this bigger advent is much better, especially for summer, to get more AC back here for the rear passenger seat. So this one, it's quite amazing. If not including that installation part, it's not like super complicated to install. It's just more time consuming compared to the previous versions. 2 versions actually. This is probably the most time consuming to install, but not at all complicated. Just follow the instructions that I show you in this video. I like all the functions that this display offers. Let me know in the comment down below what you think about this display. I'll make sure to put the link of this display in the description down below. Also, special discount code for you. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Make sure to click like if you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome contents like this. Check out the merch just right below this video. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.